Welcome to Boomhauer 69's channel, and today Boomhauer is going to do another church update video about what's going on in this church and what are we doing and plans and all that. Well, like I did in the last update video, we're still not doing anything right now with this church. And if you're wondering, do we host some church service here? Are we having any events here at the church? No, we are not, because currently this church needs quite a bit of repair work, and we just haven't really came up with any ideas to have any plans to do anything as of yet and stuff. So, but we are in the works, on what we're gonna do. We are the goal is to get this church back up and running. That's everyone that's currently involved with this church. That's the goal, is to get it back up and running and make it a church again. We have services here and have it do God's work, that sort of thing. Well, but currently right now we have some other things going on, like the person that does basically the maintenance work here. He's right now currently helping out his brother with his house and stuff, the owners of this church, the head of this church, I should say, of this branch of church, the head, their one son is who does a kind of maintenance and handyman fix-it work. He's currently right now helping his brother who just bought a house fix that house up so his family can live there and stuff, because they were living out of state and they moved back to Michigan. So he's working on that, and so we have some other things that are kind of in the way, and stuff kind of gets in the way. So this is kind of on the back burner of, hey, what are we going to do? And so what I've been doing is, as of lately, is I've been trying to make these videos to help kind of raise awareness about the church, and maybe, get subscribers, viewers, and raise some money up to help, so we can start kind of getting the ball rolling, getting some sort of funding coming in, so we can start planning more and more. Okay, we got this amount of money, we can do this and do that, and start, getting more on the ball and trying to figure out what to do with the church and what would be the best routes to go and stuff. So that's why I'm making these videos, and gonna, even when we get to actually doing like the actual construction and updating work, I'm gonna try my best to try to film what I can and stuff, and give a good process video. I still want to get with the one that with some of the people, the other people, and maybe someday do a video with them and sit down what the game plan is. I know my childhood friend that's the maintenance of this church, he talked about the one old room here, my dad always called it the 50s room, because it looks like it never been updated since the 50s, the one with the high ceiling still. This here has a drop down ceiling. It used to be a big high ceiling like older churches was, but they put a drop down ceiling to cut down on heating costs and stuff. But that room over there still has the original height ceiling and the original old electrical light fixtures in the ceiling. And he talked about maybe converting that into like a multi-purpose room, maybe a little like game room, rec center area. That's one idea he kind of thought of. And this is going by off memory of what I can remember of the conversation, but he even talked a little bit about that. But again, as of right now, we really haven't really done a real sit down and talk about what's the game plan, what are we going to do here, stuff. It's, because right now this building's kind of on the back burner, because it's going to need quite a bit of repair work to get it fully function, building wise. It's got some ages. Like this church building right now, it don't even have a hot water heater, so you'd have to, it's got running water, but it just don't have a hot water heater, where you'd have to plumb in a hot water heater and plumb it into the main water line and set up all that stuff for hot water heater, and right now it does got a furnace and all that stuff, so it would be just, that would be one of the things you'd have to do is, down the line, is buy a hot water heater, run some hot water lines. If you add a kitchen to this church does not have any kitchen. Some churches do have a little kitchenette. This one don't. So to do kitchen stuff, you'd have to have hot water here, and that would be one thing. You'd have to run a hot water lines and tank and all that stuff, and then you'd have to decide what route do you want to go. Do you want to go a hot water, go with a gas hot water heater or electric hot water heater? And so, you got that there, and then figure out what brands of water heaters would be the best for this church, and what size do you need for this church, and all that stuff. So and this is going to be it's not going to be like a huge, I don't think necessarily like a hard, as long as you know what you're doing, but I think it's going to be a little tedious work to get this church up and running and do their maintenance and repair work. So right now it's just on the back burner. We don't know I don't know right offhand what's kind of the game plan, what the thinking route is going, because it's a simple fact, funding. We just gotta figure out how to raise the funding and to get to do the things that would need to be done to this church to make it beautiful again, And since we ain't got really no source of funding coming in and stuff, so we haven't really came up with any ideas, because you gotta have good ideas, but we just gotta come up with the funding somehow to do the repair work that this church needs to make it great again. But yeah, so as of right now, we haven't really done anything. There ain't been a whole lot of talk about what we do. This is just kind of a back burner thing, been putting on the back burner because other things have come up, like the maintenance guy that would be doing a lot of the maintenance work here. He's currently helping out his brother fix up a house so his family can live there. His brother bought a house and they're doing some repair work on it to make it livable for his family and children, because again, they were out of state and then they he's coming back to Michigan and going to be living in a nice house. And I've been helping out there as well, doing some scraping stuff off the old floors and stuff, helping them tear up old carpeting and old flooring and stuff. And so yeah, we really ain't got a whole lot going on as far as ideas. It's like this project's kind of on the back burner, but it's something that we know, hey, it's got to be done. We're going to get to it, and I'll try to bring you people along. Sure. That's why I'm making these videos, these videos right here about this church, is because I'm hoping that if I can get enough subscribers and I can start getting the money in, get some funding from these videos and stuff and get the subscribers, I could say, hey, these videos are making money. I can show them, this is what these videos made and different things, and help them out, and say, here's what I got from these videos and to help the church out and stuff. That's my goal, because these church video series, I'm going to make sure that the money goes to this church and it goes towards fixing up. And then once the church decided, okay, we don't need these YouTube videos funding no more, then I'd probably just take the church video series, I guess you can call it, down. I should make a playlist of church video series, like some people do, but yeah. But basically right now, there ain't a whole lot of talk about to kind of do some ideas. We have in the past kind of just did a little chit-chat about some ideas, but right now, this is, again, on the back burner, and we really don't know what all we're gonna do here. We're still in the process. The people that are, and we're just right now. This church and building would need quite a bit of work and quite a bit of money into it, and funding. So we don't just have the budget for it right now. So we're just kind of sitting back, and some other things again had came up. So, but eventually we're gonna get right to it and stuff. So by you people watching these videos and subscribing to the channel, you are going to help with this out. This is right now. This is, I guess you call it, the only funding we're doing right now is just me making these videos and giving you people an update of what's going on in this church. And the reason why I'm doing this is so, in case anybody in my area, in this town I live in, drive by this old church and say, oh, I wonder what they're going on there. It's just to give people an update on what's going on in the area, the people that live around this area and drive by this church every day, and they're curious to what's going on with this church. Well, that's why I'm making these videos, and to let you know there's not a whole lot we're doing here. We had in the past done like kids clubs here when I was a young teenager, a young child. I remember coming here for kids clubs, and we had a little children's kids club thingy, and maybe we can do that again sometime if we get a bunch of people. We tried it. My the maintenance guy Daniel, his wife Mary, they have a bunch of small children. They tried to do a kids club here, but it was one of those things. Not we would around Halloween time give out pamphlets about it and stuff, and we didn't get many people coming, so we kind of canceled that out and stuff. But maybe do something like that again or something. I don't know what's kind of, but I will try to get with with some of the more people. The head of the people that are kind of the head of this church. They're getting older, and their son that does kind of repair and maintenance and handyman work. He actually works for a construction company doing housework and repair works and stuff. I think the game point is he's gonna kind of, when they get to that point where they can't no longer take care of church, he's gonna take it over and try to maintain and run and be like the head of this church and stuff. And he'll be take over, and I'll try to get with him and do a sit down video sometime when he's free. But he's really busy right now with a lot of stuff because he's got quite a few children, so he's got work, and then he's got his family life and stuff. So it's going to be a little tricky for him to. But eventually, I'll try to get a sit down video with him, and we can both on camera talk about what's the game plan with this church, what are we gonna try to have here, and different things. But I think mainly what it's just gonna be is just maybe have some regular Sunday service here, and then maybe like a little kids club, like typical churches have. But I don't know. I had some ideas, like if I was rich and loaded with money just to help out this church and branch, and I had the money, I would almost be tempted to just buy this church property from them and help them get out from underneath it, and then just make it into like kind of like a soup kitchen and help out the homeless, and maybe convert this somehow into a second stories and add dormitories, and maybe make it into like a housing type thing for missionaries, to give missionaries who go overseas and they come back to the States to visit families, give them a temporary place to stay, like some missionary housing. I thought that would be neat to do if I own this property, but I don't know. Again, I don't own this church, so I can't say this is what we're going to do and this and that. I don't have that say. All I can say is what we have talked about and stuff, but in the past. But yeah, as of right now, we really don't have anything much going on here. We have nothing actually going on in this church as of right now, and we haven't really came up with any ideas like, do we want to make a GoFundMe page, or do we want to do this kind of funding or this kind of fundraiser awareness or whatever. We haven't thought of what necessary to do. We just, because we got other things going on, so there's a lot. So this is kind of again on that back burner thing. So yeah, that's all I can get. But as of right now, all I've been doing is just making videos and giving you people an update, try to keep you all in the loop of what's going on, especially the people who, again, live around this area. Try to keep you all in the loop of what's going on with this building and church. This church is not vacant. We're not abandoning it. We're just, right now, with everyone's life and busy schedule, we just kind of haven't got around to say, okay, let's do this and that and the other thing. So that's the little update video for y'all. I hope you learned something. I hope I did good at describing what's going on, and the other people that are part of this church and all the other Bible Methodist members as well. If you see this, I hope I did my best at describing what's going on with this church and stuff, and hope I did the best to answer any question that's pop in your head, And feel free to comment below, some thoughts and ideas, and give and if you live in the area, and if you want to give, got questions, comment below on these videos, and if I can't answer them, I'll go to my my childhood friend that's the maintenance person here, and the other people say, hey, somebody had this question or that or the other, and try to see if they can answer it and stuff. So yeah, but we are going to work on getting this church up. But again, we just got other things that are more of a priority to do as of right now too. So yeah, and so this again, it's just on the back burner. That's all. But yeah, we are in the process of trying to figure out what to do. So yeah, and I've been trying to make these videos hoping people would subscribe to the channel and I could get enough viewers and subscribers to donate funding to the church, because you know with YouTube you gotta get 1,000 subscribers in order to be allowed to make any ad revenue, and I'm only at 80 subscribers, so I can't do much here. But yeah, and once I get to that amount of subscribers and can make money off these church update videos, then that money is going directly to this church, nothing else. It'll go to whatever this church decides the money's go to. Or if it might even end up, because the Bible Methodist has multiple branches of churches, and they might decide, well, let's take some of this money off this video and donate maybe to another struggling Methodist church as well, and that's fine too. But the money's just going towards the Bible Methodist and helping out with fixing up this church. And then once we get this church fixed up, and then the money will go towards maintaining and keeping this building, and also maybe helping other struggling Methodist churches out, Bible Methodist churches out there as well and stuff. So yeah. Well, hope you learned something. Hope you enjoy this video. Please subscribe to the channel, because you're going to help out Boomhauer69. Give this a thumbs up if you like this video. Again, comment below like I said before, and hope you all have a good day, and thank you for subscribing to the channel, and thanks to everyone watching, and I hope you all have a good day and a better one tomorrow, and enjoy this nice spring weather that's coming. Boy, it's a nice day out, and I hope you all enjoy it, and thank you for watching.